of the Electoral Committee, Professor John Ohu, sheds more light on the e-voting system.
There's no way anybody can rig this one because you can't vote twice, okay? And whatever you put in there, you know, that's just it. I mean, it's difficult for you to rig. I can't give you a card that is not yours just for you to go and vote for me because, okay, we must have captured everything about you. All right. So if you put the card, including your fingerprint, you put the card. If I give you my card, maybe I accredit myself, and then I decide to give my card to go and vote. When you get there, your fingerprint will be different from mine, so it's going to be rejected.
When the time to vote came during the 45th Annual General Meeting of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, the delegates went through a verification process. By this, they were required to present their identification cards and other things that permit them to vote for the candidate of their choice. Thereafter, they were addressed by the Electoral Committee Chairman, Engineer Charles Mbanefo, himself a past president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Before we change our voting system, don't forget the House has to vote on it. And we still have to abide by the laws that you people have set up.
He suggested that the e-voting system should be backed up concurrently with the conventional voting system, which is enshrined in the Constitution of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, with a view to forestalling any eventuality, to which the delegates reacted thus. When the matter was eventually resolved, the contestants were called upon, one after the other, to come forward and take a bow.
And go back to your seats. And the agents will call you later.
When the voting proper commenced, more than 1,000 registered voters amongst the delegates filed out to exercise their franchise. Some of them delightfully expressed confidence in the system as developed by the Microelectronics Center of NIGCOMSAT in synergy with the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
The use of the voting system eliminates a lot of irregularities that will be inevitable when you use the manual system. And I believe the fact that the system also gives us the results as we are voting, it makes it very clear to whoever is a candidate that the result is correct. There's no way you can do manual voting and get that accurate result.
Some of the voters gave their input on the migration from the analog to the digital e-voting system.
That's the way to go, you know. So and I wish the country will actually borrow a lead from here. So it's the way to go, and it's very transparent. So you watch it as you go.
What if your candidate loses?
Well,
would you suspect any rigging?
I don't think so. It's clear. Again, we have the hard copy to validate whatever we have here. So I don't expect so much variance actually. So it's only when they see any variance then they can now raise an eyebrow.
I thank God for the young men that gathered this program. And the program, according to him, is purely local content products. is done by Nigerian engineers, executed by Nigerian engineers, to suit Nigerian people.
So sure of the e-voting system were they, that they had made up their minds to accept the results, even if their choice candidate did not win.
It's very credible. It's very credible. Once a participant makes up his mind to vote for a particular candidate, and he touches the button, then it goes straight to the data. So you can't, and we view it immediately. Look at it here right now. It's being viewed. We are viewing it. I know my position right now. As the way I'm climbing, I know. So you cannot revert it. So it's credible.
There's no doubt that is the people have spoken, that is the engineers have spoken. I am just a person among the engineers. So if my candidate loses, it means the society didn't want him. Not that he has lost completely, but because some people who perform better than him and people supported him. So I have nothing to regret. He himself will not regret because this is done through fair and free election.
The voters were also delighted at the speed with which they exercised their franchise.
With analog system, definitely you will expect it to be much longer. But with the e-voting, it's just a question of going to your screen, voting whoever you want to vote, and you just sell on.
I'm sure that if we went through the process of analog, we may be here for 2-3 days. But you know, with the e-process and the card process, you slot in your card, you see your data, you punch your candidates, and you get the printout. And that ends the voting process. So it makes it smarter, it makes it faster, and it makes it really easier.